Kansas City.
That's right.
Are you ready to go back to the Super Bowl?
Yes, we are.
Heat came through for KC, so heavy. Super Bowl bound, Andy Reid got him ready. Mahomes in control. Defense on the road. Brought the Hunt Trophy home. In goes Super Bowl.
Congratulations to the Kansas City Chiefs going to the Super Bowl. It's been a long time coming. We definitely gonna bring that ring back for sure. Nonetheless, the city's excited. It's on fire. It's ecstatic. We are so happy. We're here with Mr. Jazz Brewer, aka Jazz, and as we can see, we're in the 6411 studios. That's the future, but we want to start with the beginning. How did you start? When did you start? Etc.
Okay, when I first started DJing, me and my brother, it was like 95, and we used to go get every CD that came out. I mean, it still had tapes too, like 94, 95.
True.
So we used to just go buy everything. They had maxi singles, and they came with the instrumentals and stuff like that.
Right.
And I went to Radio Shack and got my first mixer. It's a little $120 mixer. I was working at Captain D's.
Wow.
And
63rd?
It was on Rainbow.
Gotcha.
And so it's no longer there. They leveled it.
Yeah. So it's Radio Shack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did that, and then I used to DJ with the Walkmans.
Wow.
So I had the little Sony anti-skip Walkmans, and had the little Y adapter. So I would go back and forth that way.
Mm-hmm.
Then I got an amplifier from the pawn shop, and got some 15s, had some house speakers and stuff like that. So that was pretty much how I got started DJing.
Beautiful.
Then I ended up like DJing the school dances and things of that nature. But
what school was that?
I went to Metro Tech, or Manual, down here on Truman Road.
No doubt.
And it was a little conflict because I was considered an East Coast guy. I didn't really know what that meant back then.
Okay.
But most of the kids were listening like Master P and E40.
Right.
I was like a Nas, Jay-Z, Wu-Tang type person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So with that criticism, it forced me to kind of learn about the coasts and understand like regions where rappers came from, and then the different genres. So yeah, I ended up doing pretty good at the dances though once I got it together.
Once again, we're here with Jazz, the DJ, now engineer. But we want to find out, man, were there any mentors in the game for you? Anyone who influenced you to do what you did or doing now?
Absolutely, man. So I got to start with Fresh.
No doubt.
Rice.
For sure.
Fresh is probably my, my top influence locally.
Right.
One of my favorite DJs is Jock Max.
For sure.
Jock was a, beat producer. He was also an artist. They had a deal back in the day. I think it was with Elektra.
Mm-hmm. Remember what year that was?
It had to be early. It was early, it was around that same time, like 93, okay. 94. 'Cause I think I met them like 94, 95.
Glory.
And he was like a celebrity to me, you know what I'm saying? And then we ended up meeting him, and then we ended up like hanging out and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's definitely one of my influencers. Grandmaster Flash.
For sure.
I'm a techie, so
right.
I study how he came up with the actual, crossfade and everything. So I thought that was just mind-blowing, you know what I'm saying, that he actually invented that. Now there's a entire industry based on what he created. True. You know what I mean? And they're making millions and millions of dollars.
True.
So yeah, those are some of my influences.
No doubt. With that, do you have maybe a favorite event that you have been directly involved with, or throughout your career that you have enjoyed, loved, stood out to you?
In regards to hip hop, I did this passion project called the KC Cypher Series, and
what year was that?
This was later. This was like 2013 or something like that. It was a few years back.
No doubt.
But I was watching BET one day, and I noticed they did the Cypher during the Hip Hop Awards.
Right.
And I was like, man, I think I could implement that on a smaller scale. So I got a camera, and then I got a mic, and I actually have Brian B. Shining DJing that from 103
Right.
and DJ Mac.
Gotcha.
So I picked them as the resident DJs, and so sort of in the flavor pack type of way, I'll pick random spots, small businesses, people who, needed some exposure, and I get the beat producers involved.
Right.
Had original beats, and I had like 5 to 7 artists per cipher. But we did 22 episodes, and we showcased over 170 artists.
Wow.
During that run, and all of those are on YouTube.
Okay, how do we find that on YouTube?
Just type in KC Cypher Series, and all the episodes will pop up.
Yeah.
And we're talking about bringing that back in 2020.
We're here once again with Jazz, and we're focused in. I see all those knobs and sliders and screens and all that speaker. Obviously, anybody who knows, we're sitting in the studio, and it is your studio.
Yeah.
Okay, you were a DJ, man, but studio, how that transition?
Well, they were kind of parallel. You know what I mean? I just wanted to be involved with anything that had something to do with music and sound, and I'm a very technical person, so
For sure.
but I'm part of the era where the digital age kind of came along.
That is true.
We weren't born into that age,
Right.
so I witnessed the transition.
That is true.
You know what I'm saying? So when the computers came into play, it made it a lot easier for us to actually record our mixes and things like that, because we used to do it with cassette tapes.
Right.
And then when the computers came, we had CD burners.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I built a computer actually from scratch,
Nice.
and we used to do our mixes digital and play them on CD.
Wow.
And got into recording. I went to school up at CMSU. I started there in '97,
Right.
and I would actually do the step shows for all of the fraternities and sororities.
CMSU.
Yeah, and I would use my computer, so like coordinated steps and
Right.
explosions, things of that nature.
No doubt. Sound effects.
Yeah, so and then the music would fade in and out. They didn't have to keep stopping the tape. And,
Right.
we ended up blowing out a ton of people simply because of how well put together it was.
Right.
And then I was recording. My sister bought me my first mic,
Wow.
and we started recording, and it just progressed from there.
Wow.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's a very large progression. We'll kind of scan over. We got a big board right there. How many channels we looking at?
This is 24.
Right. But we're doing digital, so we could probably even go more than that.
Yeah, well, you can scroll over, so
Right.
it could be up to.
Wow.
It could be up
Put
to.
on the show. Put on the show.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
so everything's all digital now.
No doubt.
Yeah, all the faders are motorized, and they correspond with
Right.
whatever's going on the
Right.
screen.
Right.
But you can scroll over. So sometimes we do songs up to 100 tracks,
Right.
and even beyond 100 tracks.
No doubt. No doubt. Wow. So how long have you been in the studio business? Actually, recording engineer to be exact.
Yeah, well, when I graduated
What year?
college in 02, I was working for some call center, just trying to
Right.
get my feet off the ground. But I was recording in the evenings, and when I ended up leaving that job, I just went full time. I sat down with my mom and my brother. We sat down at the dining room table, had a conversation, and that was that. I started recording full time right out of the dining room, and then I got this. I moved into actually Tommy Lift from Flavor Pack
Right.
found this building in 2003, and
Awesome.
he came to me and asked me did I want to partner up with him, and so we partnered up, and he did the initial build out when I first moved here back then.
And it's beautiful. It's very nice.
Yeah, thank you.
You care to share any artists that have been through this glorious studio of yours?
It's weird. I just had Jagged Edge here
Wow.
Saturday,
It was in town.
Yeah,
Right.
and well, not the twins, but Wingo was here.
Got you.
We were working on some features
No doubt.
for some people, and he had flew in. They had a big concert here.
Right, they did.
So he flew in a day early so we could do some work. As far as like, I just had Lil Boosie was here earlier this year. Mozzie was here. He's a West Coast rapper, but we kind of put him on. Kansas City put him on.
Beautiful.
And then Peasy was here. That's E40's artist.
Glorious.
And Young Dro was here.
Wow.
So I've had
Quite a few have come along with a whole lot of local artists.
Yeah.
Including myself.
Yep. And, I did have an opportunity to. Wale was in town, but it was his $10,000 mic that I didn't have. That he wants to record on.
Oh,
I have a very expensive microphone.
Right, for sure. And they're excellent, I know for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that mic in there is like $3-4 grand, but apparently he wanted this $10,000 microphone.
Right.
I'm gonna get it one day. But
Right,
just,
for sure.
just
For
not
sure.
right now.
I feel you.
Yeah, so that was a missed opportunity, but I'm gonna keep working.
His loss
Yeah.
for sure. I have to get some of this Kansas City flavor on it.
Man,
With that, for all that you have done thus far, we want to find out what is the future of jazz.
well, what I'm trying to do now, I really like the facility that I'm in, but without sharing too much IP or intellectual property,
No doubt, for sure.
I'm looking to
Look out for your business.
yeah, but I'm looking to expand. So I want to get a bigger building, and I'm trying to do some internship and youth programs, but I don't have the space to implement that.
Right.
So I'm just looking for a bigger building now, and I want to be able to accommodate more services for artists.
For sure. We're here again with Jazz, the important man of the city. We want to find out, you've got studio services, you're going to be offering some other things as well in the future. How can people get in contact with you?
I launched a website in 2016. It's www.64111studio.com. And it's all about the business. So you can go on there. You can book sessions. I have all the ciphers posted. I have some featured artists, things of that nature. But that's primarily where everybody books for the website.
Nice.
On Twitter, I'm 64111 Studio. Instagram is JAZ 64111 Studio, and on Facebook it's Jazz Brewer. So you can contact me.
All social media outlets.
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm DJ V. I want to thank you of DJs and Entertainment for giving us the time, man, and sharing your story with us. A little brief history between you and I. Yeah, we used to DJ together a little bit here and there back in the day when you used to do those parties at Manual. That was a while ago. I can't remember how many years.
Man.
I
think I graduated in 93.
Right, so we're looking at over.
No, from 93 to 97. I graduated in 97.
Gotcha.
So we started in 93.
For sure. So we're looking almost 20 years ago. For sure. Well, anyway, once again, DJs and Entertainment wants to thank you for giving us the time. Appreciate it. Much blessings to you for the future. I know your past has been great, so your future is even greater.
Yeah, appreciate you. Salute.